Good morning. Today I would like to speak about the evaluation. What is evaluation? Everybody wants to know how do how good they look. Say one gets up in the morning and goes before a mirror and tries to evaluate how good they are looking. Like that, in our daily life, we evaluate ourselves in many ways. How I walk, how I talk, and most importantly, not only self evaluation, but we also try to evaluate others. He doesn't know how to speak, he don't know anything. Like that, we give some bold statements without understanding. So, the evaluation which is not so understood by everybody, that it is not the evaluator himself who does evaluation, but everything evaluates. The whole environment evaluates a person. How? Let us say a lion in the jungle, which is alpha male, it has never seen a mirror, but if we see all other male lions, definitely this lion appears more beautiful with its mane and its looks, and all other lions around this lion look it with so much reverence which one cannot see but one can feel. Similarly, the kind of dress, the color of dress one wears, based on the geographic situation and cultural significance, the respect that that person gets in that society is different. A monk, preferably, especially Hindu monks or Buddhist monks, they prefer saffron as a color. What if they wear black color? What if they wear blue color? What if they wear a colorful dress? Do they get the same respect? Do they get same recognition? It means when a person want to become a monk, he might have gone to a shop to buy the cloth. He has decided what he want to be like, what he want to be looked like. So after going to that shop, he has decided a particular color cloth that suits his what he thinks. What he thinks that cloth will make a difference in his life. What he thinks that that cloth and color will help others to identify him. And also he goes to a tailor to get it stitched, and he gets it stitched typically to suit his comfortability and also how it looks. So these things, whether we agree or we don't agree, they have become part of life. Similarly, one could imagine a politician, a traditional politician, a village from where a politician comes, or the state level politician, or national level politician. Everybody, even somebody who is going to become a president from that day how he wants to look. He prepares himself. So all these things why one is doing? Because one thinks that all others evaluate them. They want to have their own way of looking good. But are they really good? Need not be. But still they want to create a kind of impression. So this impression is also a kind of false evaluation which it leads to. Therefore, when we come down to the projects, when somebody has worked in the field, say for about 5 years intensively, and there comes an external evaluator who doesn't have any knowledge about the community. He has come there as for an assignment, and within that short period of say 10 days, 15 days, he need to evaluate that project. But we trust that person, and this external evaluator, what right he has to evaluate? He was never part of implementation. He has never seen the struggles. He has never spent so much time with that community. Still, how come they have the right? Although the evaluator questions everybody, tries to look at the reports, the data collected, and he himself collects some data, interacts with focus group discussions, and also meets sections of people. But still, he may not be able to capture what exactly happened during the phase. Then who should be involved? Because this is a project of community, it is the project of the people. Everybody should evaluate. The evaluation team is right from the stakeholders, that is primary stakeholders, the main community members who were part of the project, then the coordinators, then team leaders and project officers and project directors, NGO heads, or the government or line department or any other stakeholders. So everybody should be part of this evaluation. But do we have any methods to do this kind of evaluation? Not many times. Because the community should understand and they should be doing self evaluation and try to rank themselves where they stand, how they perform. This evaluation helps them to rectify their mistakes and in the future they can do better. And the coordinators who facilitated, they might not have understood the real needs of the community. They have gone with a log frame or a schedule, and when the project was prepared, they might not have spent so much time in understanding the community needs, and that particular plan is being implemented. There could have been some time in the project where things have changed, and now the community requires different things. But who will understand this? Of course, there are some midterm corrections in some of the projects, but still, to do the right thing, the coordinators, the planners, the heads of the organizations or agencies, they should understand what were the real requirements of the community and what was anticipated, what is achieved. Was the community really willing or the community was ready This willingness and readiness are two important factors which need to be evaluated from time to time. Without willingness and readiness, willingness is basically the community wants to do something, but the community should have those resources, skills, and other things and be ready to implement that plan. So, this is how the both willingness and readiness are important. Say for willingness, one of the thing tool is creating awareness, educating, but for readiness, we need to give skills, knowledge, tools, resources. So, this is how the total plan should be like. So, therefore, the heads of the organization should also be part of the evaluation team. Actually, the evaluator is basically who comes should be only a facilitator. He should not be actively involved in collecting the information. It is the discussion that between the community and the implementing team happening at that moment in the field, interacting themselves. And finally, the community should be giving the weightage or contributing to the information or evaluating their performance of including the coordinators of the project. So that is a kind of good evaluation rather than just the external evaluator comes. Usually the senior people are always busy and they come and they try to read all that material and they prepare some kind of basic questions. They ask, they start writing in their own diary what they write. The coordinators or other project officers don't know, and they might be spending some intensive time. And after 1 month or so, they might be sending a evaluation report, which will be a great surprise to many people because they'll not have a chance to explain what happened. But in the process of this participatory evaluation method, where both community and the implementers get involved, there is lots of interaction and they are trying to understand what exactly went on. No project is a failure. Every project has some results unless the project implementers don't want to do anything. If they have put their efforts, then definitely there are some good results, which may not be the indicators or the results of a project anticipated, but still they are part of the geography where only such results are possible, or the community readiness and willingness where only such results are possible. So these things also should be considered. That's why if we take evaluation done say in about 100 villages, we don't find the same results. In each village because of the leadership of the community, the strengths of the community, the resources of the community, some components of the projects are well implemented. But we don't achieve equal results in every habitation. That is one of the reasons when an evaluator comes, the project team always tries to take this evaluator to the places where they have some good success of a component, say backyard poultry. So they take to only those habitations where backyard poultry had been a great success. So this evaluator doesn't have so much time to interact and move around. So he thinks in the whole project the things have happened like that. No. This gives only an impression that things are happened, or what are the maximum possible things that could happen in a project. It means there are gaps in the project which we never understand. So this bias can always be there in evaluation unless we take the sample randomly. But by taking the sample randomly, you are only trying to understand some successes and some failures. But actually, if the conditions are not good in a particular village, although all the activities are planned, how can we anticipate good results? So this is almost all impossible. So one way of understanding the successes in a project, that's a good thing, to build a case where those things happened, why they happened, how they happened, if they need to replicate into all other villages, how we can do it. From failures, we can learn why it did not happen, why we should not do those things if they did not happen, or what are the things that we need to do to make those things happen. So, this way, the evaluation will be more meaningful, and in the whole process, the team, especially the implementing team, and the evaluator should work together right from developing the questionnaires based on the objectives, scope, and other details. And together they should develop this questionnaire, and together they should understand the whole process, and then they work on how they could do this evaluation in the field. And I will speak in the next video about how the participatory tools need to be used. Thank you very much.